First and foremost, would like to give our praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and hours in the byways teaching this word now sincerity. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the James Jamaica camp with another quick lesson here to feed the potential elect. Now, straight into it. Now, we want to speak about this whole by-election thing that is happening in Port Antonio, and this whole politics, movements, so on and so forth. And you have the both parties, they are now campaigning in Port Antonio for votes from the Jamaican sheeple. But they kept two main conference, and they touched some good points, yeah, which like about certain road infrastructures. Yeah, but you know, they will come with the gimmick same because that's how Jake stay, you know, beating around the bushes. But real factors, real situations that's going to affect our people, we haven't heard them speaking of it. Like, such for example, what is taking place now in Venezuela with the US government trying to overthrow President Maduro to appoint Juan Guaido as the president, self-proclaimed president of Venezuela. And the people of Jamaica will get our oil from Venezuela, which Venezuela, we was in an agreement with Venezuela through the Petrojam to get oil at a cheaper rate. Now the Americans don't want that. The Americans needs to be the power unit that supply everybody with oil, and we're gonna pay them according to what they said, because they thought that they remain in the big bully. So these are some of the issues that we are not hearing these politicians speaking of, you know. And as a matter of fact, you have scripture?
Yeah.
We got a scripture about question.
Lamentations 2 verse 14. Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
Right, the scripture said your prophets. A prophet is a foreteller, you know, a foreseer. Back in the ancient world they call them the seers. Now, these men that are set up in a position of authority, such as your MP, your councillors, your ministers, your governors, whatsoever, the prime minister, your presidents, they are not teaching you Israelites the correct way. Who are the Israelites? The people that are on the side of so-called Negroid descent, so-called Latin American descendants, or whatsoever you want to call it, and so-called Native American Indian descent. And also our people is scattered around the four corners of the earth. So we can't just limit Israel like that. We have to remember that there is a Gentile out there to be saved, which are Israelites, the ones that are among these nations living like a heathen, living how the heathen live. Because even in Syria, you have a lot of Ephraimite living in Syria looking like a Syrian. You understand? So you can't just limit down salvation to just these places on the west. Salvation is for all the elect. And as far as we can see, the elect is among the four corners of the earth. But chiefly, the salvation process will take place in the Americas. Yeah? Continue.
And they have not discovered an iniquity to turn away their captivity.
Right, so on these conferences, our people should be hearing, why is it that we are on the low? Why is it that we are suffering? All these things should be at the forefront of our mind to turn away our captivity. Because we are being a captive now. See? Financial captive at this very moment, to be precise. Because it's hard to survive in a time like this. It is hard to make two ends meet. Very, 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 very hard. And because of our transgressions. Go ahead.
But I've seen for thee false burden and causes of banishment.
And causes of banishment. So we are banished from the homeland. We are banished from our God. But it's a beautiful thing that the Lord loved Israel and he had made a promise unto our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that he would grant unto us the promises which he have made unto them. That look, we're going to be the kings and priests reigning upon the earth, having everlasting life, having the heathen in subjection, what else? Getting back the land of Israel, saying immortality. Those are a part of the promise, being on top.
Prosperity.
Prosperity, that's a part of the promise. No, that promise started to fulfill when Yahushua came in the flesh as Yahushua, yeah, and go upon that cross. That's when the process of that promise started to fulfill. That's why the Apostle Paul written in 2 Thessalonians 2 said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except they come and fall away first. Because the Apostle Paul knew that Yahushua had to die first, then the falling away, then we're going to come back, and then it's going to be salvation. See? And that salvation is going to happen in this dispensation of time. And we know that. They do not know that. That's the reason why they're teaching what they're teaching, and they're not teaching how to get you back unto your God, which is Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushua. They're not teaching that. Yeah? Continue scripture, Baba Pasha.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee, they is and wag their head at the daughters of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that man called perfection of beauty?
See, the nations, the so-called Chinese, the Moabites, the so-called, the Indians that come over here, East Indians, instead of Syrian, whatsoever, see, they come by and look when our people behaving stupid. Yeah? Even on these campaigns, you have people, and you know, the windows of vehicles and shit for just what? Like about $20 US, which doesn't make any motherfucking sense, man. Pardon me for my language, but that doesn't make any sense. Seeing people at war during these times, family members at war against each other during these times, because it's all about who's supposed to run the country. No, as me and the Shapa would have a reason, and the brother I war the other night, that we can't have to blame Jake, because they were meant to be followers. We have to blame the leaders, because they are the ones that are not leading the people in the correct way. So this lesson is dedicated to give the leaders a spiritual ass whipping. Yeah, because you are the ones that are destroying our people with the policies that you have received from the so-called white man. Yeah? Continue.
So Ezekiel 13 and 3. Thus the Lord God, woe unto the foolish prophet and follow their own spirit.
Alright, the Lord said, woe unto the foolish prophet that follow their own spirit. Now furthermore, these politicians, you ain't even following your own spirit. You're following the spirit of Egypt, or the Egyptians, which are the so-called white people, which are the Edomites according to the Bible. They are the ones that you are following. You're not following the words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua. And you're gonna be dealt with for that. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah. And I've seen nothing. Israel, the prophet are like the foxes in the desert. He have not gone up into the gaps.
Yeah, you are thieves, man. Because for the majority, it's all about for gain. And that's the reason why when you campaign, you spend money. You buy people so that you can get more money to be in the seat of rulership. See, you're not doing it for righteousness' sake. You're doing it for filthy lucre's sake. Yeah? You're not doing it for the upliftment of your people. You're not doing it because it's the right thing to do. Yes, you're going to do some things that's good. Because you're human. You have both bad and good in you. But when it comes to the meat of the matter, where seriousness is concerned, righteousness is concerned, humility is concerned, you forgot to hold onto those things. Yeah? Continue.
it have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the edge for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord.
Right, no, the battle of the day of the Lord, that's another thing we have to speak about. How much are you politicians coming out here speaking about the pending destruction that we're about to face? No, as even the brother I was mentioned of that, the last time Jonas was in his power seat, he said to the Jamaican public that prepare for bitter medicine. Everybody vote him out. So the next time around, him start give sweet lies, man. Yes, prosperous doctrine. And that prosperous doctrine is going to come to an end. Because that's not the fact of today. The reality is, there is a coming destruction. The day of the Lord. And it entails famine, race war, the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and ultimately people being burned by nuclear missiles. Yeah? That is what it is entailed. Ships there won't be any more ships coming to Jamaica in the time of war. Cargo in any form of goods for you people to eat. All these things your government should have been educating you or edifying you about from now, so that you could have an understanding how to prepare yourself spiritually and let the Lord deliver you physically from the hell that is to come. But no, for them it's about money. It's all about for the gain of their pockets, not understanding who they are dealing with. Because the so-called white man is the enemy, and he will not keep his part of his bargain to protect you, leaders of our people. See, just as though they make they have making treaties with the North American Indian, which are from the tribe of God, and broke it. It's the same way. Throughout history, the so-called white man has never kept his part of the bargain. So therefore, guess what? He will not keep it now. Okay. Furthermore, it is written, the devil know that he will go what? A short time. And he shall be like madmen sparing none. See, so it doesn't matter if you have a big house or a big car, or you used to speak with him, or you're supposed to be buddy with them. No. It doesn't work like that, man. See in scripture?
Because they have seduced my people, saying peace, and there was no peace, and one bit up and wall, and low, another daubed with untempered mortar.
Untempered mortar. You know what? When you build something with untempered mortar, it's going to be broken easily. Because the mortar is that binding force that, like, for example, bricks are block. When you have rich mortar, the binding process of that block is more solid. But if the mortar is untempered, where you call it poor cement, see, it's easy for cave in or for leak through or something like that. Exactly. So speaking about untempered mortar, if there are certain questions that we're supposed to ask to you politicians, you would stumble because you would know you would be revealed as a liar, or you don't know no shit. See, and you're leading the people astray. But however, you have your, what you call it again, your semantics, or you play a little semantics around questions like, if somebody asks you a question, you beat around the bushes, or you have stage questions in, what you call it, and like a conference in a platform, you have certain people where them give certain questions to ask. Yeah, so you're going to ask this question, you're going to ask that, shalom. You're going to ask this question, you're going to ask that question. But if somebody with real knowledge came up and asked certain question, you would be confounded. Yeah? You would be confounded. And you would be seen as a liar. But, let me say this first. But, the sheep that is not awakened, or should not be awakened, it just blow across their head like that. Just blow over. Yeah? Exactly. See? Yeah.
So this is Jeremiah 5 verse 21. So the prophets prophesied falsely, and the priests made rule by their means, and my people love it to have it so.
The scripture says the Lord's people love to have it so. Because, alright, we mentioned this on the road the other night while we were prophesying. Portia Simple Miller, before she came out of her power seat, she was campaigning, I think it was the last general election, or the one before. One before. She was campaigning and she came in Port Antonio Square. She was speaking that she's gonna make the gas prices go down. And I was wondering how the fuck Portia is going to do that.
Yeah, we want to show.
Yeah, we are wondering, yeah. How are you gonna do that? And people are all about just singing, jumping, knocking pans, acting the fucking fool, man. See? And until this day, the prices for petrol still going up. No, 500 Jamaican dollars. Today is 3 liters. The other day it was 2.8 liters. See, so the price keep on going back and forth. See? That's important, Tony. Yeah, because you have to pay for the truck in the cost of the petrol. See? So, but from then, when you look at the board, it was like $132 a liter. $129, $126 a liter. Now it's like $156. Right now, $165 a liter.
But Portia have the power to manipulate gas.
Yeah.
Jamaica even have the power
to manipulate exactly.
the moon price.
Question, exactly. It can't. But the scripture, read the scripture again.
So it's Jeremiah 5 verse 31. So the prophets prophesied falsely, and the priests were ruled by their means, and my people love to have it so.
But the Lord's people love to have it so. See? Because you love lies. You know, scripture say you're trusting in lying words. You're trusting oppression and lying words, man. See? But the men of the Lord that speaking everywhere, that has been speaking every Saturdays and Fridays on the highways and the byways in Port Antonio, you don't want to hear that. Because that is the true bitter medicine. The truth. Yeah? Go ahead.
So, and what will he do in them thereof?
Right. But yeah, what are you going to do? Because ultimately, there is going to become a famine. There ultimately is going to be a collapse of the dollar. What are you going to do? How are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to take care of your family? See, there's going to come a time when you're not going to have any electricity on the whole entire island. See, because there is not going to be any fuel to generate that electricity. You people don't have a clue what you're heading in. And the politicians that you look up to, they are not even trying to educate you. See, hey, if they are supposed to tell you what's about to come, maybe your same one's going to rap.
But if you look at this, you tell Jake or Robinson that it doesn't even matter in the car. It's like they're going to spray away. Oh, right, let me see that. Oh.
That's the reason why the Lord used some nobody to bring forth this message. That it got looked on lightly, like as nothing. It got looked on as nothing. Oh, so some fool I thought that's something. You know, as you remember I said somebody in the orchard race the other day.
Orchard race, a man from Portland, man. A man all the way from Portland come a orchard race and I stop people cross the road. Because people come and look, you know. And they stop the people them cross the road. All the woman them tell the woman them say, look, them man over there, so I know them from Portland, man. Because over there talk, I'm reading lips, you know. And I'm basically that's what I tell the people, you know. Some mad man them from Portland, man. I know that.
Yeah, the scripture tells the prophet is not without honor saving in his what? His own country and town. See? But when you go out there, you have some people who love the not to say that they're part of the elect, we don't know. Not to say that they're not a part of the elect. But you have people who actually love the wisdom, knowledge and understanding, yeah? See?
Yeah. This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 5. Thus saith Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from Yahweh.
Exactly, so cursed be the man that trusteth in man. See? No. The trust of you people is highly in the politicians. But at the end of the day, they cannot answer the questions. As a forum that I have seen, a politician asks people to, if is there a question you would like to ask? And people went up. And I thought that there was going to be some questions that was going to be asked. But all I heard was, we need a road, and we need a hotel to be here in Portland, and we need Navy Island to have something over there so we can make money, and we need this, and we need that. I know my neighbor yard is bringing water in my yard, destroying my yard. You know?
Like a Santa Claus.
Yeah. See, I don't hear no real questions that get asked. See, like how the hell we're gonna come out of this monetary debt? See?
Hey, it's a person with a house of cooking there. Okay, pass.
Exactly. See?
Make
Make where the bring up first.
Alright, so Matthew 15 verse 13. Start at 13. It says, but he answered and said, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up.
No, don't get simple and stupid. Everything, that's speaking about the trees them out the door. Yeah? That's speaking about government, yeah? People in the authority of rulership. Boy.
Verse 14 it says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
And now we can see it. We see the ditch. And it come like as the days go by, the ditch open even wider and wider. People are actually seeking for answers. We know people that jump ship from PNP to Labour Right and from Labour Right to PNP because a part of them need an answer.
God.
But they know not from whence that answer cometh. However, they see us and the highways and the byways, but because of their pride, they would not come and say to us, what are you really doing out here? Or what are you actually saying? And try to get some understanding of what we're doing. Because it's strange to them. They know about going into these all houses, singing, dancing, acting the fool. But young men, yeah, of low degree, if that's the right word, speaking openly on the streets with Bible, you should want to take heed. What's this all about? Say, you have a scripture?
That is Isaiah 30 and verse 12 said, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall.
Right, this iniquity. You people trust in oppression. See, as you mentioned about the conference type of thing, about questions, you people are face the sufferings. The mind should be at a place now where you need answers, man. You have some sharp questions. You need. The scripture says, surely oppression make it a wise man mad. And either increase it wisdom, increase it grief and sorrow. So you because you're in such an oppressed state, you're supposed to be sorrowful, man. So certain, even if you don't have a perfect understanding to certain things, you're supposed to have the brain to wanting to know how certain things function. Go ahead.
Swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh sudden at an instant.
Yeah, because it is done with an untempered matter. See, instant. You ever see watch all in the video? We have like a building, the ceiling just drop through. Without no wall, it just drop through.
You have a good structure, man.
Yeah, it just drop through, and that's the same thing I'm gonna take you people right now. These political campaigns, you're gonna understand perfectly that this thing is just vain. Because at the end of the day, campaigning to win the seat or whatsoever, you're gonna stop the enemy, the so-called white man, from being the oppressor over our people. You're gonna do it. Because in truth and in fact you can't. But why not behave like Maurice Bishop then? and explain to the people what's really happening to our country. Why not invest there, okay? Or get some, alright. Even if you do not want to, what's the word? Even if you do not want to let the common man in Jamaica know about what's really going on there, why not speak to some investors that is from here, or some rich men that's from here, to like buy a couple tractors, tractor vehicles and whatsoever, and you head in some far hills, saying, and let them plant to store, use the government develop some warehouse or whatsoever, some type of secret type of warehouse or something like that shit, to plant and to store grains and stuff. Why not? You know why not do that? Because you are of your father the devil. See it?
Trust the enemy, man.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 50 verse 6. My people had been lost sheep, their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountains to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Exactly what people forgotten their resting place. See, the jump ship, JLP to PNP, PNP to JLP. Okay, right now we don't know that me as Selassie I say, oh, Christianity me different. Okay, we believe in the government here. Oh, actually Israelites over here that believe that they are that Gaddafi, them and Gaddafi actually are the same people. See? I even see I believe that. Saying, yeah, like Gaddafi from Libya. So, oh God, this man is the real man, and the real done this. You know, so you're trying to be under their government. Why not under the government and the rule of the Lord? Why not? See, is it so hard for the Lord to rule over us, man? See, and that's the reason why there's going to come a purge unto Israel. Because the Lord will not have it all the day of his life where Jake will just out there being a stupid dumb person. Yeah? The Lord is going to deliver our people. And in the deliverance, that's going to be an elect. The ones that see it fit for the Lord to rule over us. Right?
Yeah. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, we have offended not. Because they have sinned against the Lord, the inhabitation of justice, even the Lord of hope of their fathers.
Right, because we have sinned, and they know, these nations know that we have sinned against the Lord. They know.
He said it in Judith too.
Exactly.
When you sin against the
Father
have the
rule over we. Exactly. See, and we know that. We acknowledge that. The men of the Lord you're looking at here and overseas, we acknowledge that. That look, if we do this, this is going to happen unto us, man. So therefore we try to fear the Lord. Yeah? Yeah? Walk on the straight and narrow. Somebody bigger scripture?
Is it,
yeah, what scripture?
Yeah.
And somebody find, you can find him with Micah 2 verse 10 to 11. See?
It says, Jeremiah 5 and 1. It says, run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem.
Right, the scripture says we're supposed to run to and fro to the streets of Jerusalem. Jerusalem are you people. Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Go ahead.
And see now, and know, and see now, and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, if there be any that executed judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it.
Continue.
And though they say, the Lord liveth, surely they swear falsely. See? Says, verse 3 says, O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? See?
Well, thou hast stricken them.
But they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction.
The Lord said, stricken you people daily. You refuse in receiving his correction. And one of the way the Lord correct you, or the chief way, is by using his servants to basically speak of your ill doing or your iniquity. However, nobody don't want to hear nobody tell them no about them unrighteous deeds, you know. You rather darkness than light. You don't want to hear the actual reality of the situation. And look here, you're not supposed to be doing this. This is wicked. See, you can imagine, yeah, telling a person, look here, you're not supposed to eat pork because it is harmful for your heart. That's a long time days, right? All the way for dead one day. See, we're not going to see, that's madness. See, just like you have people out there who say, they just eat and just throw the fucking thing on the ground around you. See, that nasty. See, and some of them, the bin is just like a couple steps. And then you hear them say, if you not throw the bin, if you not throw the garbage on the ground, then the garbage man will have to work. That's a madness. Madness.
Then can say doctor will have work too.
Yeah, doctor can work too, yeah? See? Yeah, go ahead.
It says, 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 8. Ye therefore that despise it not man, but God, who also given unto us his Holy Spirit.
Who also given unto us his Holy Spirit. See, you're despising the Holy Spirit because what we're speaking, it is not of ourselves, it is of the Holy Spirit. Because we were once in the situation that you was in. I'm not saying like we are better than you, like we have to actually come out proud or not like that. But we're just saying that dead state of mind we were in. Yes, we sin. Even to this day, we're still committing transgressions. Yeah? But what we know is that we have the understanding, we know the right within here. See, so with the, as the Apostle Paul said, with the flesh, you serve the law of sin. But with the mind, you serve the law of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Conscience.
See, you have a conscience towards the law. That's the first thing. And another thing, you can avoid from eating pork. It can be avoided. See, you can avoid from eating shrimp and all these things. That's the reason why the Most High is stricken us daily, man. See, that you finish up? Read the Micah 2 verse 10 to 11.
There's a Micah 2 and verse 10. Say, arise, eat, and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right, the Lord said we're supposed to arise and depart. This is not our rest. It doesn't matter how much $5,000 you want to get. See, it will finish.
God.
And the oppressive state is going to be again. This here is not our rest. Our rest is in the kingdom, where we're going to have servants do everything that you want, literally. See, looking out in the fields, you see Edomites like lobsters out there, red.
I was spending 5,000.
Exactly. See, in Ezekiel, it tells us, we're going to serve out men for what? Continual employment. See, that's rest. When we can lie down in our bed and enjoy ourselves. That is rest. I'm not thinking about tomorrow, what the fuck am I going to do for pay my light bill or my internet bill. That is rest. When you have a sickness in your body, that is rest. So the scripture says we're supposed to arise and depart, meaning get into the words, first thing first. This here is not our rest. You're supposed to be laboring in this world to enter into the rest.
And they find, because all people obviously say after them go college, school, work, then 60 are resting time. It's very little time when they have
60
people dead.
Yeah.
Resting time. So all people have it no mindset where based leader them are putting them, it's a retirement is a rest time. And retirement are close to death. What if I get done dead already?
Some of we get for reach and some of we dead.
Yeah. So the resting moment, as a brother speak about concerning the topic I listen is that in rest time basically going to the grave.
As me I mentioned to a female today that
Jacob have the song with them sing. We all have to part one day.
Yeah, man.
When them go dead yard.
yeah,
Or them go funeral.
yeah, man. Part, man. Since they want to part, they don't part. See?
There's no rest as
Just that there's no rest for the wicked, man. And no peace for the wicked. See?
Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction.
Continue.
If a man walk in the spirit and falsehood do life, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink. He shall even be the prophet of his people.
Yeah, that's the reason why we have everybody here, anybody know can tell the people any form of bullshit. Saying a man walking a falsehood, same of the spirit. And him come out here and him borrow in church and him get some actors and him make a throw your money and all this shit.
Raise her from the dead.
A raise man from the dead, as they say, I'm going to Africa now. Saying acting,
Yeah.
good acting, the nigga come back.
Hey.
Acting. We're not saying that men wasn't raised from the dead before.
God.
We're not saying that it won't happen again. We're not saying that. But we know that nigga didn't do that.
God.
Because he have not the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai.
Scripture tell us, yo, beware of men that are going to come up and do miracles.
Miracles, yeah.
You know what I
False
mean?
prophets, man.
False prophet,
Even if it
was
was
possible,
possible, they would deceive the elect. But the good thing about it, guess what? It is not possible. You understand? Because the elect is grounded in the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Why I think it is written that these are they which follow the law, whichsoever it goeth, man. Meaning, whatsoever, one of them get the spirit, they must follow the word until death.
Right.
See, you know what the brothers actually be a martyr for Yahweh Hashem Yahshai? Yeah? See, in history, it tells you that the Apostle Peter got crucified upside down. See? For Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. See? A lot of brothers, James was the first of all apostles to be put to death. See? Yeah. Stephen. See? Trust me, man. Trust me.
John.
The men of the Lord won't buy into this bullshit because they have received lively hope. These politicians out here, they are not giving us any lively hope. Their hope is to be a fucking servant, man. Or a better civil servant. We don't want that. We want to be rulers. Yeah? We want to have it all. When we have a vehicle or whatsoever, we don't want to pay tax. You know? Them fuck with we have to pay tax. No. And upon that. See, we need it all. And the only way to obtain it is through the means and ways of Yahweh Shai. So we give our glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Yeah?
Which is right, man.
See what in the scripture.
Yeah, just like that nigga that was come up on the platform the other night in a political campaign. On the stage, he come up with a star, alright?
Yeah, hear about it.
The Rasta, right?
Yeah, we don't know about that.
Yeah. I come up with a staff and I read like him thinking about my Moses or one of them prophet back then, man. False prophet, man.
I ain't no bastard.
Yeah, we're going to bust down because I would say pork sell. Yeah. And that's in opposition. You say, yeah? Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 13 verse 14. He said, here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
Yeah. Straight to the point. Here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. See how we can actually own things, man. See? We have the beautiness of the planet to ourselves. Can you imagine a fly across the entire planet? Like a plane. See? You're not going to be bound by the elements. The elements are going to work in harmony with you.
Exactly.
You swim the deepest sea. See? Not scared of Leviathan. When you talk about the shark, Leviathan.
Yeah.
See? They got a lot of put back off the fear of us upon all creatures. See? And guess what? The animals them not go want to come bite you up or anything like that, because guess what? Who will make the habitat for them be difficult to live in like what the so-called white man is doing? See? We're not gonna take the bear that's supposed to be in the coal and carry him in the thing there, close to the equator, in the tropics.
Yeah.
See? We're gonna leave the thing was supposed to go in its natural state. We're not going to take the gene of the tiger with the lion and splice it to get a liger. See? The Lord's creation will be perfect. See? And who to tell? You have creatures where we don't even see it. See?
That's right, man.
Scripture?
And Titus 2 and 13 said, looking for the blessed hope and the glorious appearing of the great power and our Savior, Yahushua Mashiach.
Exactly. We're looking for that great hope, man. See, that is our hope. Sometimes we have some sicknesses or some things happen to it. The only way to comfort that shit is no say, yo, this thing soon come to a motherfucking end, man. See, that's the first thing. This thing soon done. See?
So this is 2 Peter 3 and verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
And that's what we're looking for, man. New heavens, meaning new rulership, and new sheep that's going to be led in righteousness where that dwell. Yeah, new sheep. See, now they're going to be sheep again. See, but guess what? The men that the Lord's going to set up won't lead them astray as people are being led astray. No. See? It's going to be right. It's just going to be pure righteousness in the kingdom of heaven, man. And when I talk about a fairy tale, we are going up in the sky and drink milk and honey all day, every day. And they're going to come and say, Chapal, what are you going to do today? I'm going to play with the lion. You know? Ashar, what are you going to do today, man? I'm going to drink milk.
We do it every day.
What are you going to do? You know? I'm going to drink honey.
Be a diabetic in a kingdom.
Exactly. You know? See? Check it the next day and say, Chapal, what are you going to do? Same thing I do every day. That doesn't make any sense, man.
That like the brain, I said, I'm going to take over the world, man. Take off the world.
Exactly. Everything's going to be us, man. That's what we want.
Precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation 21 and 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them.
And the Lord says he's going to dwell with us, man. Yahweh himself is going to be here. Go ahead.
And they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them, and be their God. See? And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes.
Right, the Most High through His Son. He's going to wipe away our tears from our eyes, man. All the sufferings we go through. See, sometimes I do have to feel them here, allergy will kill me. See? All them things will be closed. See, in that day, you know, me love pain. When I get up about me pain for blood clot. If you go sell, come have everything. Let's do a painting because I love a painting. Leisure. You know? When we do certain things, you know, just see. Go ahead.
Wipe all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
For the former things, this world is going to be passed away.
Get it?
Exactly. This world is going to be passed away, and you know what they're going to pass away? By missiles, man.
Yeah.
By missiles. And we endorse the nuclear missiles that Russia have, the EU have, China have, Pakistan have. See, we endorse those missiles, man. As a former brother Khan Taza said, how shall we work in roads we endorse? You know? Soon see the chariots roll up and park. Yeah? See? So, you know, that's how we rep. We believe in that, man. See, because if that not happen, how the fuck can we live here? It have to happen first. If it don't happen, then we get fucked. We get fucked.
Gone.
Yeah? Go ahead.
Let me just finish all of this. He said, and he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful.
For these words are true and faithful. See? And it's going to tell us what the just shall live by what?
Faith.
Here is the patience and the faith of this.
We're glad to be faith-based Israelite, man.
Exactly. That's how we have to carry out through these days. Faith.
And it's Isaiah 2 and 2 says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established
above,
in the top of the mountains.
Above these other nations, yeah? The Lord's government is going to be on top. Go ahead.
And shall be exalted above the hills and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yeah, because they have to bring the forces of the Gentiles, which meaning their riches, their possession, the best women, the best gold, the best silver, the best cattle. You're going to have to bring it to Jerusalem to give the Lord, yeah? Go ahead.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the Yahweh of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
And they're going to want us to teach them of their ways, because they're going to see us living forever. They're going to want to live forever. See? But guess what? The promise was made to our people alone. So guess what? You get fucked. Go ahead.
And we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Yeah, out of Zion shall go forth the law. So just as how you have Esau and who push people up and we even out here, as them say, all the colonies of Britain supposed to legalize homosexuality. See, I see them we are going to push out our laws for all nations. You have to keep it. Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into pruning hook and into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation.
Yeah, because at that point in time you're going to be servants, man. You're going to be slaves under the Israelite men.
That's servants of war.
Yeah, you're going to be slaves under the Israelite men. Go ahead.
Neither shall they learn war anymore.
And that shows that the so-called Jews cannot be the true Israelite. Because when you go back in the land, this is what's going to happen. But these nations, right now, appear war right here. Wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah.
See, go ahead.
O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord.
Right, which is this word. This is the light of the Lord. This word, go ahead.
Therefore thou shalt forsake thy people, the house of Jacob, because they be replenished. They replenish from the east, and are stood sayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers.
Exactly. See? So at this day, it's all about the open Yahweh about Shem Yahushai. See? Right now, because brother just read about the goodies that we're supposed to get. See? So that's where our hope is. See, we're going to close off now. Everybody has a final piece up. See, I just can close off. Can close off. Anyway, saying, hope that this lesson has been an edifying one. And we want to give our praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the brothers out there teaching His word. Shalom.